Okay, so we're going to start off by asking everybody, can you see and hear both of us?
Hello, I am here.
And if you can, please say like or give us thumbs up. I don't know what you're watching us on, but say yes or give us a thumbs up. And I would like to say thank you for Alicia and for Second for both being here early. I appreciate both of you very much. Hopefully you heard that and can hear what we're talking about. But Jess, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? And we're just going to, okay, so Alicia did say yes, everybody can see and hear. So go ahead and introduce yourself for those that are watching this back.
Okay. Hey, I'm Jess. I'm a part-time reseller. I mostly sell women's clothing. I do dabble a little bit in men's. I sell on eBay and Poshmark mainly. I've tried a little bit of Mercari. I'm not very successful on there. So I kind of have like minimal listings there. But yeah, I've been reselling on eBay since 2005 and it's been part-time. So, um, and I started out doing just like retail arbitrage items. And then I moved to like Goodwill and saw that I can find things cheaper and make a big profit with those cheaper items as well. My mom is actually the one who got me started reselling. She's been reselling since 1999. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, I just watched her like get all of her stuff and start selling it and making all this money. And I was like, I think it's my turn. So then I started doing it, and here we are today. And I'm in my uh, eBay slash Poshmark room, and I'm loving it. I do love it.
So, okay. So you've talked about that a bunch of times on your channel. Uh,
Yes.
well, especially in the early part about your mom and like you buying that vintage storage unit. I could not think of storage unit to save my life for some reason. Um, but your mom, was she doing this part-time as well, or was she just doing this to supplement her retirement?
A little bit of both. Like she started just doing it part time, but now that she's moving into retirement, she's going to retire next year. She's definitely looking more into this for retirement purposes.
Okay. That's really cool though. I love families that do this together. Like that's one of the things I really loved about Alicia Married Life too, is that, you know, her whole family did antiques and
Mhm.
like her partner also does like reselling as well in his own way. And I just think that that's so great that the family as a whole also shares like this collective interest that you guys can do together. So hello Boldly Grow and hello Tommy and Jen as well. Thank you guys for joining us. So this is like a generational thing. By the way, you, your mom, and your daughter are just absolutely adorable.
Oh, thank you.
And I love it when you share when you share pictures like so cute. But okay, oh, I wanted to ask you. So you talking going back to the vintage storage unit that you guys got.
Mhm.
First question is, have you thought about doing any more storage units as well?
Oh, with a vintage
Or was
storage
that a
unit,
lot?
yeah, we're still yeah, it was 6,000, over 6,000 pieces, and obviously we haven't listed all of that yet. I have like 18 like of those huge Lowe's boxes still sitting in my basement of unlisted inventory, and it's stuff that we've already packaged up, and we said it was worth more than $10, so we were going to list it, but as I said, it's yet to be listed. So
Because that's
I
old inventory. That's like what, 2 years old by now?
yeah, it's like a year and a half. So
Yeah.
I don't know that it will ever get listed. I did start making vintage like mystery boxes, and I did a couple videos on that. I did one on YouTube and I did a couple on TikTok, and I sold out of my first batch that I did. So I mean, I know YouTube and TikTok helped with that a little bit, but I did make a second batch, and I still have them. So if
So I have a
anybody's
question with
interested,
she has some for sale, by the
I
way.
do.
Uh, but that's what I was wondering. So I did see that you did do that. and I did see the pieces because you're making videos of like what things that you could put in those as well.
Mhm.
And did anybody duet that, showing what pieces they got out of it, or unboxing it, or like do a video on it at all?
That would be cool though. No, nobody did
Do you
that.
know how to check to see if someone has duetted or made a video?
I know nobody has duetted, but I don't know if anybody's made a video on it. I'm
Or
sure they
like
would tag
stitched?
me. No. Yeah, I don't think don't they have to tag you when they stitch it?
It does and does not sometimes. So for me
Okay.
personally, I've stitched a few videos. And I didn't actually stitch them. I actually downloaded the video and uploaded. And that was before they did the captioning system on TikTok.
Mhm.
Because I am disabled, I try to be more mindful of the disabled community. So a lot of my TikToks have captioning in them before TikTok got captioning. So in order to do that, I would download the video and then stitch the section I wanted to stitch and put the hashtag stitch in it at whoever the person was. So that way I could caption their section and also caption my section at the same time. But
Mm.
that was a lot of work, which is also why I stopped doing TikTok. But now that they've got captioning available, I'm like, I should really just go back to that because it's such a good market to enter. And like watching you and Alicia grow and like grow both channels, like both your TikTok and your YouTube at the same time from this platform has been really cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like out of nowhere on TikTok. I was just like all of a sudden I had like 50,000 followers and I had like 10. Like I don't know, it was a
No,
couple videos. But
Alicia, I didn't quit TikTok. Don't let me. I didn't quit
oh,
TikTok. I'm still on it. I'm just not making content on it. Like I will do a random meme video, or like my outfit's so cute, someone please give me validation. But I'm not going to like do what you and Jess do, which is like make these really cool videos with trending sounds or share daily sales or anything like that. Which, by the way, you should follow both Jess and Married Life on TikTok and on YouTube because they're both really awesome ladies, especially if you like selling clothing. Both are amazing resellers.
oh,
So,
thanks.
mm.
I have something to ask about TikTok and captions
Okay.
because you haven't used the captions on TikTok, right?
No, I
Like you
have.
use
The
you use
past
your
couple.
own or use TikTok's captions.
So I do use TikTok's captions, although, so I will, okay. So if it's a quick thing and I'm tired, I'm going to continue just using the TikTok captions, which you just toggle in after you
Mhm.
like make your video or whatever. Even you have to do it after you do your voiceover sections. I
Yes.
learned that the hard way. That sucked.
Oh.
So you have to do it afterwards. But the thing is that if you want to transfer those to reels,
Mm,
those captions don't. They're
yeah.
not embedded. They're only in the player. They're not embedded in the video, which is
Mhm.
what I was doing before. So what I was using before was something called Thread, which is another app you can download. So I would record in Thread with the captioning on and then upload those to TikTok. So that way it
Oh.
had it embedded in the video, my captioning. And it was the same as in the TikTok captions where you could click on it and then change it because I don't speak clearly and they don't like accent. So if I'm tired and my southern accent comes out, it just doesn't know what to do with me.
That's what I was gonna ask because my captions in my last video were like terrible. Like it was nothing like what I had to say, and I had to like rewrite it all. And I was like, no, this is dumb. Like I'm not gonna waste my time. I already wasted my time doing like a TikTok, and now I'm gonna waste my time
But you're not wasting your
rewriting
time
what I
because
was
you are
saying.
getting some monetary value from that because you are part of the creator fund. So
Yeah, I did. Well, yeah, I
I
don't
know
know.
it's not a lot, but it's not you're
Yeah,
just doing it for fun. You are getting minorly compensated for that time. But yeah, it just depends on how fast you're talking. You talk very fast in a lot of your TikToks, and I know because
hmm
you're trying to squish that into that 60-second time second. Have you unlocked the 3-minute videos
I
yet for
have.
TikTok?
I have. I'm pretty excited. Except you can't like upload a video that's longer or no, it's when you upload a video. it can go over the 1 minute mark. If you're actually doing a TikTok, you can only do it 60 seconds if you're doing it on the app.
That's interesting. So then that threads might be an option. Thread might be an option for you because then you could record a
Yeah,
3-minute video with captioning in it if that's something you're interested in.
right.
I just know for me, as someone who's in the disabled community, I'm trying to make things as accessible as possible. Because for me, also, I watch a lot of videos on TikTok with the sound completely off, and I just do captions because I'm like at work where it's not appropriate, or I'm somewhere and I forgot my headphones. So I like still want to disassociate, but I don't want to disturb other people.
Yeah, that's me. At night, at 3 a.m. I wake up and like suddenly I'm like, oh, let me check my TikTok, and then I'm like, oh, this person doesn't have captions on, so I can't really.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up my partner or whatever. So what do you do?
Yeah, so like that's another reason. It's just like somebody's going to just like you and I do. If we're somewhere where we can't and there's no captions, we're just automatically going to click away because we can't really view it. Or if like we think maybe it might be interesting, we might put it in our favorites for later. But yeah, but you've had several videos go viral on TikTok.
Yeah, a few.
Just a few, just a couple. So so give me some highlights. I know, like, isn't the first one when you found that one Disney thing that
Yeah.
went nuts? Was like how many views is that at? I'm sure it's well over like 1.5 right now.
1.7, I think,
Yeah.
almost 1.8. So, yeah, that's like my claim to fame, TikTok. Yeah, it was just me going through Salvation Army, and I was going through the hard goods section, and I'm like, I was honest, I did not know anything about hard goods, but like I found that Disney thing, and I was like, oh, I know Disney sells pretty well, and I looked it up, and I just posted, what it was selling for, or what somebody was listing it at, and I mean that gets people's attention. And then people get mad. Some people just have a lot of stuff they want to say that's not very nice. But I mean, the more attention you get, the more viral your video becomes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know that.
Yes, but none of my stuff has been for So if you ever so anybody that's here wants to know anything about viral videos, is that they are the most random things. And it's normally when you just are doing normal stuff and you're like this, you put zero effort into whatever it is you're doing, that random video is the one that's going to go viral, because that is what happened for both of my videos. It's just been why is this viral? Like, I've only got 2. You have way more than I do.
Oh.
But
I think my second one that has like the most views on it, I had no idea it would go viral. I was just trying to give advice on how to take the marker off of the tag that Goodwill writes on, like
right.
the label or whatever. And I was just like, okay, this is going to be quick. I'm just going to show me taking the marker off, and I showed it, and then everybody went like nuts, and everybody had something to say, and that had like 1.5 million views, and I was like, because I woke up the next day and I was like at 700,000 views, and I was like, what is going on? I was like, I'm just trying to help people. Like,
It's okay. When you say they had something to say, what was it?
It was, why are you taking these items from the poor people, and you're going to charge $35 for an item you bought for $225? And I was like,
okay,
is that bad?
I've now okay. I also don't upload anywhere near as much, and then my verbiage is different than you and Alicia's, because both of you have gotten severe anti-reseller hate on your videos. I would just be making video after video responding to that, because I'm just like, that is your classism. That is actually speaking to that, because poor people can shop to places other than I would shut that down. I'm like, that is your privilege and that is your classism talking, because I have been dirt poor. I shopped, I couponed. If you want to be poor and still eat well, couponing is where it's at. So
that's funny you say that, because I was really big into couponing as well. Like, I had a whole couponing group at my work that met at lunchtime to exchange coupons.
Really?
I was in charge of that.
That's amazing.
That's so funny though, that we were both couponers.
Yeah, I'm still using shampoo and conditioner that I got from
Yeah,
couponing. Well, I was like,
stockpile.
this is too much time. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
See, Victoria did it too, and so did Alicia.
Yeah.
I think it's just savvy business ladies like all do the same smart saving things. Um, okay, so all the videos that you have that have gone viral have been mostly involving reselling. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. My two videos I have are about uranium glass. I was like on the floor. It was when I needed to get IV fluids. I was like laying on the floor
Oh.
trying to get a little bit of productivity out of my calling out of work today. So I was just like, oh, well, I'm going to show this piece of uranium glass and look at it glow in my light box. And it just went insane. And also, I was like, I messaged you and Alicia and Super Geek in our group chat. And I was just like, how do you guys do this regularly? It's just the phone is just going off and you get all
Mm.
the messages and you're like trying to be nice and respond to people and you're just like, I'm unconscious. I need to go to bed. This is too much. I'll deal with this in the morning.
You didn't get any hate on those videos, did you?
No.
That's good. That's
Well,
awesome.
well, there was that video, but it was just like, hey, let me show you this neat thing in my light box.
Yeah.
But it didn't say anything like it was for sale. And then people are like, oh, where can I get this? And I'm like, well, it's in my Etsy. You can buy it. By the way, it's sold within like a week of me making
Nice.
that video.
Yes.
And then my other video is me talking about having to go to the doctor and for my foot to get it x-rayed and then being like, well, you didn't break your foot today, but you did break your foot this other time. So
Oh,
maybe
I
you should
remember
come and
that.
get your every time you get your foot damaged, you should come get it x-rayed because you can't feel your feet. And like that video went viral and I'm still getting people giving me comments about that. Like, hey, I got diagnosed with POTS. What do you do to figure this out? And then I just copy and paste the same answer over and over and over again because
Okay.
it's in there bajillion times and people don't bother to read the comments. So,
Oh, yeah,
do you have all your notifications off for TikTok?
I do. I I wouldn't be able to handle it. Yeah, no.
Okay, so I know Alicia, like she'll post a video and then close the app. Are you the same way?
Yep. Yeah, as soon as I watch my whole video, I get like almost to the end of my video after it's posting, and then I immediately swipe it away and I don't touch my phone for 3 hours. That's my
Okay.
rule.
So do you okay, so just in case anybody's concerned, this is normal. Don't worry about this. This is just me because I'm excited. So when I'm excited, I start getting hives because of my neurological disorder.
Oh,
So I'm fine. So just to let you know, I just notice it's more prevalent than normal. So
oh, I don't even notice it.
okay, good.
You look beautiful.
That's kind of you. I put on makeup for my guests. I put it on for
Oh,
you guys. I don't put it on for most of my normal videos because I just don't have time for that.
I
And
get it.
also, like, I feel like more people watch these than my regular videos. So if I'm out and about, they won't know what I look like if I've got a mask on and you can only see this half of my face and I look like I'm dying.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're excited.
I'm excited. I'm very happy to talk to you.
Okay,
I think
good.
you're awesome. Okay.
Oh,
First of all, thank you for coming back to YouTube. I
oh,
missed you and I miss Mary, but I think Mary's on a permanent hiatus. But
I know. I do miss her. I wanted
nice
to
to see
do
you
a
on TikTok.
t-shirt thread up box with her, but she never answered, and I figured she was gone because she doesn't make any more videos.
Well, she makes TikToks regularly. Her
Yeah, she's been on TikTok more recently. I don't know. I think she just started again.
Yeah, for that, and then for if you follow the Trunk Show, her and
Hmm.
Amy make videos together too.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to, I've been just enjoying her flipping through old magazines because I'm like, oh, I remember that because I was alive then.
Yeah.
Thank you for making me feel old, Mary. I appreciate that. But yeah, you took a hiatus. So what made you, first of all, what made you decide to take a break from YouTube? Because you like got monetized and you're like, peace, I'm out.
Yeah.
and, And then you came back recently. So like what made you decide to be like, all right, I did the thing. I'm gone now. And then you came back just suddenly someday.
Yeah, it's funny because like I got monetized on TikTok at the same time I got monetized on YouTube.
Hmm.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take these both on. And it was just like it was too much for me. And like I have a daughter, I have a husband, they both need attention, and then I have a life and I have my reselling business. So it was just like so much, like something had to give. And YouTube, it just takes a lot more of my time to do videos for YouTube, whereas TikTok, you only have the 60 seconds. So I was like, I can keep doing that. And so that's why I kind of decided to, kind of give up on my YouTube. And I was like, I'll be back though, not gone forever. But I come back, I guess, a month ago because I felt like I could make people from TikTok go to my YouTube, and so I could kind of double down there and make double the money, if
Right.
and and then that way I could give more information when people always ask me on TikTok, oh, can you do a video on this? And I'm like, I really can't because that's going to be like more than 30 or 60 seconds,
Yeah.
and you're not going to want to watch like 5 TikToks of me just rambling. So just go to YouTube and I'll create it there. And then yeah, and then I miss seeing you guys and like hearing from you guys. And then just doing like a whole series, like one video of my what solds for like the month, and then doing unboxings and giving all the information and not just like pieces.
Yeah, I've seen you've been doing some like newbie information videos. Is that like that part of thing where you're trying to get your TikTok audience to like come over
Yeah.
to YouTube? Is that what that
No,
video series is? No.
I had a conversation with Harry Tornado Josh. I know you know him. He's yeah.
Yeah.
I mean I think that's how we kind of connected first.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got to talk to him and it was really cool. And he told me, if you want to get back into YouTube, I would start by doing like tutorial videos and, just make them really short. And then, people will come to your channel because they'll find this tutorial video that they're looking for. And then they'll see that you have other videos and they'll want to continue to stay because I was like, oh, I might lose these people. And he's like, no, you won't. And it just, if you do shorter videos and give one piece of information, you should be doing good.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like all the videos that a lot of my videos are shorter. And all of the videos that are consistently in the top 5 are all the ones where it's just how do you figure out what size shoelace you need to order, or how do you ship mugs? Like how do you ship mugs? Why Corningware is not valuable? And then how do you pick your shoelaces out are like always in my top 5 every single month, and it's just the how to less than 10 minutes long.
Yeah, that's opposite of me.
Really?
My last 2 tutorials have been 10, 10 of 10. And I was like,
Okay.
whatever. As long
We
as I
we
keep gaining followers, I'm good.
But you are still some gaining subscribers. I would have to like we can talk more about that because normally before I do these lives, I do like a deep dive into like someone's channel. But
Hmm.
I've watched every single one of your videos already
Well,
over the last 2 years. So I was like,
you helped me get monetized.
I know. It's like I was the one that told you could get monetized on TikTok, and I'm like, why aren't you doing this? And you're like, how do I do this stuff? Like, are you gonna switch this?
Yeah.
But I want to like go over those analytics to help you with that a little bit more
Oh,
because like
please.
I'm really good with back end stuff.
Mhm.
I'm just apparently don't have the cute face or personality to be actually popular.
Oh.
But so the thing is that Tommy, the conversion for TikTok to YouTube is difficult, but only if you are not between the ages of 13 and 25. If you are between the ages of 13 and 25 and you also have a YouTube channel, because that demographic is what is prevalent on TikTok, that will convert, but only if you're also conventionally attractive. So if you're conventionally attractive between the ages of 13 and 25, that conversion is very easy to do. You can probably do it at like a 3 to 5 ratio, where like 3/5 of your TikTok audience will go over to YouTube. However, when you get beyond the 25 age range, and if you are not considered conventionally attractive, that gets smaller, but that also depends on what kind of content you produce. So like Celia Spooky Boo, do you know she's the bigger girl that does the sleepwalking and is like an
Oh, I
author as
do know
well?
her.
Yeah. So her conversion rate is still 3.5, even though she's not considered conventionally attractive and she's older because of the fact that her content and her as a person is like all comedy focused. So that conversion rate is there. Her YouTube videos are not quite the same. So an easier conversion actually from TikTok to YouTube is TikTok to Instagram because it already has that in-house link in your profile. So that is a much easier conversion to do. And then you can also still monetize on Instagram as well. It's just not at the same rate. And then a lot of brands, when they want to do a multimedia platform deal, they're not going to work with you unless you have a certain amount of Instagram followers as well. Like Instagram and YouTube are the two like anchor ones. So you need to have one or the other also have a high following unless you have like millions of TikTok subscribers that are also check marked. So I mean TikTok with like six. Oh, Tommy, you talk about them all the time and I still haven't checked out their channel. I need to check them out because you go on and on about this person. Like I missed every single one of your lives that I watch. I the Anfisa is the one that's in the igloo in Alaska, right? Should have picked up the recipes from this. Oh, Michael, thank you. Yeah, I haven't listed the cheesecake recipe dish yet because I've learned the hard way that if I list the recipe stuff before I make the video, I'm never going to be able to make the video because it'll sell before I can make the video.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
And Fisa, the 90 Day Fiance. Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask Tommy. I think Tommy has like a secret crush on them. Also, if you don't know, Tommy Bernard does live reseller chats occasionally. I don't know. Are you back on a schedule yet, Tommy? I always watched your videos, but it would normally be like after they were live because I can't be awake at 2:00 in the morning, which is how long you normally go for. Craziest women's class. Okay. Not that. Married Life, as soon as you find a recipe dish, I will totally collab with you. I still have all those soup mugs that I haven't sold yet, so I could do something. I also still have like an entire 1941 bartender's book that I haven't done any recipes off of. So
I was going to ask if you were going to do any of the soups recipes.
I will do the soup recipes. Unfortunately, I can't do the clam chowder one because I'm allergic to iodine, so I can't do any seafood related things. And then I also can't have mushrooms like that. So I could do the tomato one. I can't do the other two. But yeah, I do want to do those. I keep hoping I'm going to find a potato recipe mug because I will be down for like the potato or the onion ones. I will totally do that the next time I get one of those mugs. But until then, I can't do that. So really, Moxie, you have to make your.
Hi there.
This is Moxie, by the way, if you're new here. She is my fur baby. You guys also see two border collies sometimes. Those are my partners, doggos. We'll go to his house afterwards. So.
Oh, does Moxie go with you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's why she always has severe separation anxiety. So whenever I'm here, she has to be on me or next to me. Is for that reason, is because I'm not here half the week. So I know I neglect you. I'm so sorry. You would think that I was starving you until you looked at you and you saw your tiny body and your big chunky body. Tiny head and your big chunky body. So you have a pet too. You have a cat, right?
I have two cats.
You have two cats?
I have
no doggos?
No.
No doggos.
I'm more of a cat person.
Okay.
So I mean, eventually we might get a dog after the cats pass. But yeah, I wear a lot of cat stuff, so I'm kind of known as a cat lady around here.
That's
Crazy,
okay.
crazy cat lady.
See, the thing is good. The reason why I haven't tried to bring her over to introduce her is because of the fact that it's not because of Switch, it's because of the dogs. She would pee in the container that I brought her in because she just would be too scared of the dogs.
Oh.
So she would have to have her own separate room safe away from doggos. Yeah. Well, you've had all, so Alicia has 6 dogs, which is
Hmm.
insane to me, but they're tiny. So I can kind of understand how you have space for them. But
Did I
as
ever
go
go
ahead.
ahead? Did I ever tell you the story of why I joined Poshmark? Because of my
No.
cat.
Wait,
So
what?
because of my cat. So
Did your cat download the app for you?
yes, he is the smartest cat in the entire world. No, my cat, he had fibrosarcoma. It's a form of cancer, and they gave him 3 months to live. And at the time, I was just kind of like messing around with Poshmark, like not really into it. But then they told me I could take him to this cancer center and it would cost me, a large amount of money. And I said everything that I made on Poshmark would go towards paying my bills for the cancer treatment.
Oh.
And I ended up paying off the cancer treatment like in a couple of months because of Poshmark. And I like hunkered down and just did as much as I could. I went to like thrift stores like every day. And yeah, I ended up paying for his whole cancer treatment. And it was all because of Poshmark. Like I am so thankful that I had the opportunity to, do that. Like I would have probably made that amount on eBay, but my eBay money is more for like fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was just nice. And then I haven't stopped the Poshmark. But why would I if I can
No,
make double the money?
I love that. I love that about you that you did that for your cat because, like, I know, and so I have the tattoos here on my chest, and those
Hmm.
for the cat I had before Moxie, and he had renal failure. So, I paid a stupid amount of money to keep him for another 2 months, and then that was all the extra time we got. But yeah, that was I can't talk about. I'm gonna start crying.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but no, I love that you did that for your cat, and I love
Yeah.
that you're
That was
still here doing
I
Poshmark
know.
stuff
And he
because
is
you.
still here. Like that was 3 years ago. He was given 3 months to live 3 years ago. And now he's like still upstairs in my bed, like having the best nap ever.
Wait, how old is he now?
He's 16 now.
Oh, you're
So
gonna have him forever now.
yeah,
Once they hit 15, that's it. You're keeping them till they're in like their early 20s. So
I
you
will
got.
take it.
That's what I've noticed. Is like if a cat reaches 15, then they're just never going away. That is what I have noticed. And I feel like that's what I'm gonna get with Moxie because
Oh, I love that.
I didn't pick her out though.
It's fine. She's your cat though, still.
Well, she's my baby, yeah.
Yeah.
She's codependent for me. So you sell on Poshmark and eBay,
Hmm.
and you tried Macari. Legitimately, okay. Do you know of any resellers? And Tommy, I feel like watches more and knows other resellers than I do. But have you found anybody besides Renzi? So RNZY. They're predominantly shoe sellers. They sell predominantly on Macari and Poshmark. Do you know of any resellers that sell primarily on Macari that are very successful?
I would say no if you're talking to me.
I am talking to you and I'm talking in general to
To
chat
the chat, yeah.
because if you find anybody who's severely successful on Macari, please let me know because I want to watch what they're doing because I have no idea what's happening. Like, I will list something that I can't list on eBay because of Vero, and I can't list on Amazon because you can't list half the crap you want to on Amazon due to like gating.
Mhm.
And then you don't want to list it on Poshmark because the fees is going to make it not worth it. We have Jess has frozen in legitimately the best faith
Ah,
I have
great.
ever seen.
Am I
Okay,
back?
you're back now. But that was the best face.
I am gonna have to rewatch this. Was it terrible? Like, can you do an impression? Like, can you show me what I look like? Is that
It
what
was
I
like
look like?
something. It was something like that. Yeah, we were just like what are you?
At least
It
I'm
was
back.
great.
Okay, go
But
on.
but like I've never seen anybody who just does Macari that does like that's their primary focus other than Renzi. And Renzi does like 50-50 Macari and Poshmark. So I was just wondering.
No. What I do on Macari is I buy on Macari and then I resell on eBay.
Oh, same. I do that all day long with like Rothy's when I can find them.
Oh.
Because I have a notification. That's one of the only notifications I
Mhm.
have on. Whereas like if there's a new Rothy posted under like $90 for a notification to come up.
Nice.
So
Nice.
have you tried Facebook Marketplace at all?
I haven't. I hear like really good things and like I'm about to try it and then I hear really bad things and then I'm like, let's hold off.
So I haven't done the sold video yet, but I have sold one thing on Facebook Marketplace. And it
Oh,
was just because
congratulations.
thanks. And it was just because I was like, this is because they're doing the free shipping right now.
Yeah.
So it was the folding chairs I got from the Restore, the aluminum folding chairs, and they're like, I don't want to ship this on eBay. I don't want to ship this on Poshmark because the weight for Poshmark is exponential. It's not calculated, it's exponential if you get to a certain point.
Yeah.
And I don't like shipping on Macari either because I feel like it's too expensive. So for $20 free shipping on Facebook Marketplace, I'll list these things because I don't want to do anything else with them. And they sold for $80.
Ooh, nice.
I was like, cool. Haven't listed anything else. I was like, that was success, but it sold within a week. So I was like,
you shipped it already?
I shipped it. It's
Was it
been a
easy
month.
to box up?
Well, yes, but only because I get my free shipping supplies from eBay. And actually, one of the boxes that the boxes came in was the perfect size. So I got a 12 by 12 by 12 box because that's like the minimum calculated weight for eBay before it comes stupid. So I got those size boxes, and the box that they came in was exactly the right size to fit 2 aluminum folding chairs.
Nice. Nice.
I don't think she does a lot on Macari. I think she's not doing Macari, Tommy. She's doing Facebook Marketplace. That's what she's focusing in on now. Amber's doing Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, and eBay. Etsy buying Depop? What? When did that get announced?
What? You didn't see that?
No, I've been
I'm usually last to know everything. And I knew that. Come on.
When did I mean that totally makes sense, but like when did that happen?
Today.
Oh, well then yeah, I didn't see it because I've been working. So when I work from home are the days I'm busiest.
Yeah.
Because that's like everybody waits until I am working from home and can't do anything easily to give me everything to do. Wow, that makes sense. Maybe that means I'll actually make a sale on Depop now because I have multiple things listed on Depop. I have them also listed on Etsy. I will sell it on Etsy before it gets sold on Depop. I'm not cool enough, I guess, to sell on Depop. I have no idea.
I have a Depop. I haven't sold a thing ever. So
I only tried Depop because Alicia did it.
That's why I tried it, because she kept selling those stripper shoes. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I can do this too. No.
Okay, let's talk about shoes. All right. So the only reason I bought either of those thread up shoe boxes was because of you.
Oh no, now I feel bad because you said they were horrible.
I have made my money back almost on one of them.
Oh jeez.
The other one I still have like half the shoes I haven't listed. And I have realized that unless I pick the shoe okay. This is one of those pay to learn instances. I have realized that unless I pick the shoe out, I am not going to want to list it at all. There is zero interest in me listing it because I have very specific interests in shoes, and if they don't fall in those categories, I want nothing to do with them. So if it's not Adidas, and if it's not Nike, or if it's not like a cool hiking shoe or a cowboy boot, I don't want anything to do with it. But that's also because I can't find stripper heels. I want to find one pair of pleaser heels just to say I did it and to make Alicia proud.
Yeah, I do too. I'm trying to look for those clear pumps. Isn't that what she sells mostly?
Yeah. Those are normal, but like Alicia the thing is that I've never sold stripper heels before, so I feel weird, but like I've done the research to figure out like the top 5 stripper brands to resell online.
Wow.
I've done that research because I'm trying to find them.
Nice.
And I can't find them. Thank you. I just can't do it. But you've had a lot of success with the shoe boxes.
So no, my question, I was going to ask you, did you list the shoes that you got in the designer boxes?
No, because remember, I only got one shoe. I only got one of the Missoni flats, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And I was upset because they fit perfectly and I would have kept them. The Jill Sanders I haven't listed either because they don't resell for very much and they're my size. So I'm just going to keep them. Like they don't sell, they're not worth my time to list them. And like, I feel like that type of shoe, if I did a really cool Instagram picture with those shoes in them, they would sell because then I could also have that in the listing. But like otherwise, they're really not on trend. It's kind of like a 90s throwback with the abstract cutout in the heel. But no, I haven't listed it. I have listed this many things from our designer box that we all did together.
Oh no.
And it's just because I'm just like, I'm not interested in any of this. Yeah. I don't like, so I tried washing the sweater just because I wanted to wear it and it fell apart in the wash, even though it said you could wash it.
That's terrible.
And then I have the Burberry diaper bag. It's just sitting. Waiting for me to send it to the Real because
okay, that too.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send it to the Real. I have no desire to list it at all. I just designer stuff, unless it's Yohei Yamamoto, I don't want anything to do with it. Like that's the really only designer that I'm truly interested in is Yohei Yamamoto and Alexander McQueen, but Alexander McQueen is dead, so what is happening in chat? I feel like I started talking about stripper heels and I knew Tommy was going to go off on a tangent because that seems like his type of thing to talk about anytime I watch him and Tracy go on about other stuff.
He's talking about modeling them. I see that.
I mean, I still feel like Tommy would have sold that jockstrap for a lot more if he tried modeling it.
Y'all can I share with you? When I first started eBay, I used to sell used socks. So I saw somebody with
Whoa, hold on. That is not something I thought you would say.
So I got socks from Target because I used to buy at Target, like retail arbitrage every day at Target. And so I found socks and then I would try to sell them. And I was laying them like on the table, taking pictures. And I was like, oh, these are so cute. And I was like, somebody's going to buy these. And I researched them. And I noticed people were getting a higher dollar amount if they wore the socks and they just like took a picture of them and their foot like clear up in the air. And I was like, what is going on? Naive Jessie here. I wasn't thinking. And I was like, okay, I'll put them on and do that same thing. And I'd like the bidding war started and I was like, sweet, what's going on? I sold a pair of socks for $30 that I bought for like 90 cents. And I was like, this is so cool. And then all of a sudden I was like, wait, what's going on? And I was like, oh my gosh. Like the realization finally set in. And I was like, oh, I don't know what they're going to do with these socks after this and everything. So yeah, that was my time selling new socks. And then I was like, I think this is illegal. Like, is that legal?
No, it is legal. Wait, okay. So
but it has to be listed on in like a certain section of eBay under everything else.
Yeah.
I've
So like we're gonna go back to TikTok for a hot minute because like I get a lot of stripper talk because of Alicia. And I'm blaming it on her because I know the phone saves everything inside of it. So like when I'm looking at doing the research and stuff, so I'm on stripper talk, and then a subset of stripper talk is the women that sell things that they have used or worn for money. And there's a whole subgenre of TikTok that just teach you how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot. And I'm not kink shaming anybody, but it's a lot. But it's like I don't understand it, but if you can make your bag that way, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Why I've been on stripper talk. Also, I just think it's amazing. Like if there is a pole dancing studio in Hampton that I thought about doing, but COVID happened. So
That'd be
because
fun.
I love that. I love any type of way to use your full body, and all of the nearest rock climbing gyms. It's either Virginia Beach or Richmond, and they're too far away. So stripping is. I'm not going to do stripping, but like doing the pole dancing class, I'll do that. So
It takes a lot of muscle, I think.
it
I don't
does.
know. I don't know. It's just I've heard.
It does. It does take a lot of muscle. It's
Yeah.
like if you've ever tried climbing a rope, you have to do that on a pole with no knots in it.
Yeah.
So that's. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you've been talking about that, Tommy. I think that's so funny. So okay, wait. So is that when you decided to start selling in 2005? Is when you did the eBay
Mm-hmm.
with the socks?
That wasn't the first thing. That was
Okay,
just something that randomly popped up. And I was
in your
like, oh,
brain.
yeah. I was just at Target and socks were 90 cents on clearance. And I was like, oh, sweet. I bet I could sell these for like $5. Little did I
Okay.
know.
Okay. So you do a lot of thrift store shopping. You do RA. You also do liquidation boxes from like We Bargain and stuff.
Mm.
So are you looking at like getting like a pallet at any point? And we talked about storage auctions, but you'd have to move out all that other vintage stuff that you have.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you
It's
thought
not
about
an
just being
option.
like, I'm going to do a big mystery box of all of this stuff, or are you just trying to keep it under the 5 pounds with Poshmark to make it easy?
Yeah. Under the like right at the 5 pound mark, just to make it easy. Because I don't want to deal with the extra shipping. Like my mom, she just did a huge lot of like she before she gave so my mom gave me a lot of her Chico stuff. Like her whole like inventory was Chico's like one side of her office, and she just gave it all to me because she was tired of looking at it. But before she gave it to me, she actually sold it as a big lot, and somebody was buying it like regularly. Like there was one person that bought 3 boxes from her, and she had like 2 or 3 boxes left, and the person ended up like bailing on her after she had gotten it all
Oh,
packaged and like ready to go, and she like took it all of the items off of eBay. So like she was like, ugh, like I lost all of my watchers and everything like that. But I mean, she could have relisted, but she was just kind of mad at that. And I just noticed, it wasn't. It's not something I'm gonna do. So just from her worst experience, I was like, nah, I probably won't do anything like that.
so you had success with your first set of vintage reseller boxes, and you
Mm,
still have all of your second set. Is that
I
correct?
do. I have like 18 boxes, maybe 20. Are you interested? I'll
No,
make you a deal.
no. I would be interested if I didn't have, 40 units of the first estate sale still,
Yeah.
and I didn't have 50 units of the second estate sale that I haven't listed. I have my death pile is too big. I
Uh,
did 10 whole listings today. I'm so
hey,
proud of myself
that is
because
good.
that's more than I get done in a week.
Oh, I had 2 listings today, if that makes you feel better.
No, because I feel like you in general, like how many listings do you have on your like so
981.
huh?
I'm at 981.
Okay, so Tommy made a good point about I don't care about how many listings you have, but what about your sold? So what's your listings to solds ratio?
Probably, I don't know, 1 to
So
10.
like so if you have like okay, so if you have like 981 listings but you have 110 solds over 30
I'd have to
days, is that
look.
okay?
Let me grab my
So
phone down here.
I don't well, at least you know where your phone is. I think I left mine downstairs.
Do you want exact numbers?
You don't have to do it exact numbers, but like a ratio. So if you're at 981 round up, I just find that interesting. Hi,
Two,
Amber.
216.
So yeah,
216 to
so you
980.
have like
So,
a 1 in 5. You have like a 5-to-1 ratio.
yeah, yeah,
So every 5 listings you sell 1
right.
is what you're at.
Pretty much, I guess. Sure.
No, this I'm just it's but you also sell on multiple platforms. So I'm guessing that was just eBay that you looked at,
Yeah,
right?
just eBay.
So those numbers change based on like how many platforms you're on as to what your total listings. So your listing pile is going to be about the same through all platforms. So whatever Poshmark you've sold in the last 90 days, you could add to that and that would increase
Mhm.
your ratio.
Oh, yeah.
So hello everybody who is joining us. Donna, Amber. Yes, we were Amber joined during we're talking about socks,
Oh,
selling
geez.
used socks online. No, we were also talking.
Embarrassing.
I asked a question, Amber, about Mercari, about how other than Renzi, I don't know anybody in the reselling community that primarily as their main source sells on Mercari as a successful reselling platform. Normally it's just an other platform, not a primary platform. And Tommy was like, "Oh, we'll get Amber to do that." And I'm like, do like a breakdown analysis of it, of the metrics. And I'm like, she's working on Facebook Marketplace right now. She's not doing Mercari. And he's like, she'll still do it.
Did I
But
tell you about my Facebook Marketplace try? My try on Facebook Marketplace?
I thought you said you hadn't sold on Facebook
No,
Marketplace.
I haven't sold because I tried to list
You
something on Facebook.
tried. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yes, please.
No, it was a backpack and it had the pug dogs all over it. And I was like,
That
oh,
sounds like a
somebody.
Betsy Johnson thing.
Yes, it was a Betsy Johnson. And I tried to list it on Facebook Marketplace and it was like so easy. And I was like, I love Facebook Marketplace. And I went to list and it's like pending or it wasn't like listed. And I was like, why is this pending? And it told me because it is illegal to sell dog fur
Dogs.
or dogs or dog fur or something like that. And I was like, this is a backpack. Like clearly, if you
Did you
actually
ask
look
for a
at it,
review?
yeah, I had a review and they still like declined it. I was like, well, this isn't gonna work. I'm done. Like I tried it and it didn't work. So
Yeah,
mobile it.
I've had a couple of people like because I've been looking more into Facebook Marketplace because that was so successful for me, and also because Amber's being successful in it, and I'm thinking about doing this, trying to list the stale inventory because I have a couple of pieces of really stale inventory. But the thing is that I'm not doing that yet because I've noticed the more I list, a lot of my older stuff is selling versus the new stuff I'm listing, which is weird. And I think that it has to do with something that I heard Matt from Thrift Alive talking about on eBay that has been helpful for me. But like I sold something that's been listed for 2 years. I've been selling something that has been listed for 2 years once a week for the last like 6 weeks, which is
That's awesome.
weird. It's awesome, but
Yeah.
that's normally because I'm doing this. So when you go into eBay, so the item specific things has just been a nightmare. Have you fixed
Mhm.
all of those yet for yours?
They fixed themselves because I was like, I'm not doing this. And they fixed themselves.
How did they fix themselves?
I don't know. It said that all my shoes were not for US sizing, and then I just, ignored it for a couple days, and then my item specifics went down to 3. I did nothing.
That's interesting.
So basically just ignore it and they'll go away.
I like that. I should have done that. But it wasn't just shoes for me. It was also all of my mugs. You know how many mugs I sell, right?
Yeah.
Every single one of my mugs had item specific required soon, like required immediately.
Yeah.
So I had to fix more mugs than I had to do for anything else. And I was so angry. But when you go in there and you do the bulk editor, if you just change your listings, like your older listings by like $1, like one way or another, and just do that instead of like ending your listing and sell similar, just going in there and like changing it by $1. I've been consistently selling like one super old thing a week by doing that. And I'm only going in and changing like 15 at a time.
That's just on eBay, right?
It's just on eBay. And it doesn't matter if you go down or up.
I like that.
Because I've been like, I don't want to go down any lower. I'll go up one and see what happens. And then it sells. It's amazing.
And you do that to just like one item, or do you do it to like a whole bunch?
Well, I'll go by the line. So I'll click it, whatever the amount is, and then it'll be like, all right, it's $14.87. So I'll change it to like $15.87, or I'll change it to $13.87. I'll click save, and then it'll go to the next one. So like, when you do the custom field SKU, and you have like the numbers in there, sometimes I'll just do a batch where I'll do a batch of 10 and then add my numbers afterwards. And I'll just do it in the bulk editor. So it's really great. What are they talking about now? What magic? I don't have any magic. Or are you just talking about Amber being amazing? Because she is. Sock Talk podcast? No. I would love to find. I feel like there is already a sock podcast somewhere out there. I feel like there's a podcast. There's at least a half a dozen podcasts about any one topic you want to talk about. Yeah. So Tommy, are you going to go to the, okay. So I have a question for you since you're up there in the St. Louis area.
Yes.
At what point would you consider going to the reseller rally?
I have no idea where it is or what it is about. So I'm not paying attention to stuff like that.
That's okay. So I feel like a lot of people so I feel like there are pockets of people in the reselling community where like there's a tight-knit group of people. So when I was talking to Dale about our analytics, as far as like, most of my analytics say that I have a predominantly female audience. So it's majority female, some male. So I feel like in the reselling community, that is kind of in line as a whole, where you have like the dude bros in reselling, and like all the dude bros watch all the other dude bros. And I'm not trying to sound condescending. This is how I speak. So you got all the guys, like all the OG dudes of reselling, like Lonnie and Cincinnati Picker and those guys. They're in the OGs dude bros, right? And then they have their people. And then you have female reselling community, which is different. And then you have a subset in between that, which is like the hype beast drop shipper reselling YouTube as well. But I feel like there's a small amount of crossover between all of those. Okay. And so I feel like Reseller Rally is very much like OG YouTube dude bro thing. And then that's mostly eBay sellers as well. Those guys don't really sell on Poshmark. Whereas a lot of the women resellers predominantly sell on Poshmark because that is a female focused and centric base. Although apparently, according to Matt from Thrift of Life, men's products are popping off on Poshmark right now.
Hmm.
So I feel like the reseller rally is very much like OG guys with like some women crossover. Like the Nurse Flipper is in with them as well. And so there will be some women there, but it's predominantly men. Okay. Murray, I just don't know how else to classify it. It's like, you know, good old boys. I'm just in my limited Southern expressions. I don't know how else to say this in a way that is understandable by the majority of people. You just have like the OG guys of reselling that have put together this reseller rally, and it's going to be predominantly men with like a smattering of women. So I feel like the people that are attending this reseller rally will be like right along Cincinnati Pickers analytics as far as his YouTube demographic goes. Whereas there is nothing like that other than like Posh and Sips, when like Posh used to do in-person Posh and Sips. And like I feel like eBay Open was one of the only conventions that was open to everybody, because but then again, that's still an older demographic because eBay as a platform is an older platform.
We have
So you're
Posh Fest too.
right, but that
Yeah.
was
But that's
online
just,
this year.
yeah.
You've been a fangirl of line, but see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like people who've been in reselling for a while, like if you're talking about Lonnie, if you're talking about Cincinnati Picker, you're talking about those guys, or Craigslist Hunter, like those are people when you started reselling, you started watching because that was the only content that was available that could give you some kind of like guide as to what to do or how to do it or like things to pick up. But in the last like 2 or 3 years, as this niche has grown, like, you know, those guys have been on here for a lot longer than 2 or 3 years. But as those niches have grown, like there are just more people. And because there are now more people, there are now more delineations within this one category of like, this is, and you know, like for example, me, like I do sell clothing, but most people know me for selling mugs and like hard goods and stuff. That's because I have a lot of knowledge in that. And that's also because prior to these estate sales, that's all I could really pick up because there were so many other resellers in my area that did clothes and that did retail arbitrage. Like there was no room for me other than in hard goods. But that's its own niche. Just like Matt with Thrift Life, does mostly like men's clothing, and like you do a lot of retail arbitrage and you do a lot of women's clothing, and you also sell a lot of vintage. But like your vintage is not the same as Super Geek's vintage, which she has a very much like pin-up, like she sells specific genres. So like there are just a lot of subgenres within this reselling community. So when I ask if you're interested in going to the reseller rally, it's like you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And I didn't expect you to, but I was still asking anyway because I just wanted to see where that crossover is.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I just feel like
you,
I went off at a really
are you
really
going?
hard tangent. No, I'm not going, but that's also because I didn't realize it was a thing
Oh.
or that it was still going to be a thing. But I'm not planning. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going to any type of convention until after I had gotten vaccinated and waited my 2 weeks. I will go to a TwitchCon before I probably go to a reseller convention because I miss my Twitch. I miss my gaming stuff. You don't think there would be any divide if it weren't for YouTube? I would be very interested to hear you speak about that, Tommy. I don't think it's a divide. I feel like, okay, I wasn't trying to make it as it was a division. It's just that people are drawn to like-minded things. Like if this is something that you're interested in, or this is the platform that you're selling on, you're going to try to seek out that content. So Jess, if you're watching reseller content, what content are you drawn to?
Anything like women's clothing?
Right. Which
Reselling?
because that's what you sell, right?
Yeah.
So if that's what you're interested in, you're going to be drawn to more people. And I don't know very many men that are in the reselling community that predominantly sell women's clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just you're going to watch the content that is being provided, and it just almost always runs around those divisions. Mm, I think that's just a human nature thing, Tommy. I think that we as a general hello, Ray. I just think people have a hard time seeing other people succeed when they're not. And I feel like that's just because people I'm very much like cooperation, not competition. As what did Josh called me this hairy tornado and I like got visibly upset, but that was because I didn't understand the comment. And he was like, "You're very you have a servant's attitude."
Oh.
And he meant that because, Josh is very religious, he's very much into his faith, and that's a very positive thing. I am very atheist, even though I don't really talk about it on the channel. So like for me, that the servile thing with my history degree meant a completely different thing than what he was trying to convey. But I am very much I want to try to help everybody grow and do as much as possible. And once he explained that to me, I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry I made that face because I know my face. I cannot hide my feelings on my face at all." Are you like that too?
Yeah, sometimes. I would probably be the same way if he said that to me. I'd be like,
But he meant I made the face and I was just like, I don't think that's what he meant. And the way I took it. And then I asked him to explain it and I was like, okay, I totally get it. Yes, I very much I want to help everybody grow as much as
Mhm.
possible. I want everybody to do the best things as possible. But that's also for me being someone who's disabled in the space. I know that I like even though you and I are part-time people,
Mhm.
I cannot do what you can do. I can't physically do it. Like me getting to 500 will be the biggest of leaps. You at 900, I think that's just so amazing. And you being so successful in TikTok, think has been so amazing.
Oh,
Like I just
yeah.
I just want to see everybody who I adore in this community grow and be successful at whatever they're trying to do. And if that's something that I can help with, that's what I want to try to help you with, which is why I reached out to you about TikTok. I'm like, "You're doing awesome. Here, do more."
Yeah.
And like I've just been enjoying watching your content. It's the same thing with
Oh,
Alicia.
yeah. Yeah, you've helped me a lot too. Like in with like the background stuff. And I
Right.
was
And
just like
that's just
unaware of stuff and I was just like, "Oh, okay. Well, thanks."
yeah, well this I like that's why I put out to like, hey, I reached out to Matt and I reached out to like other people. I'm like and I reached out to Josh. That's how come like you and I started talking when I started showing up in his lives or like in his premieres and stuff. I was just like, hey, I see you're starting to blow up. This was like when before he had 10,000 follow like subscribers on YouTube. I'm like, hey, here is some helpful information. I know if you look at my YouTube channel, I look like nobody,
Oh,
but I do a lot of back end stuff for people. Here, let me help. And that's like I just want to help people that I feel like I know that I'm not the person for that because I do have my disability because I'm not able to do a regular scheduled stuff and I have short videos and whatever. I if this never happens for me, I'm okay with that. I just want to
oh.
see everybody else who I love in the space be successful. And that's all that matters.
You're close to your 4,000 hours, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm, we'll get you there.
So I
We'll
was
get
like
you
with
there. Everybody put her on loop.
no, when I was like with Dale, I was like, I'm at 3,300 hours, and Dale is closer. So please give Dale those watch hours because she's way closer. She's almost at 4,000. She's like think it's like 250 more hours flipping fiasco. Watch her
Mm.
channel. Like I feel like she's getting closer because those lives with Kat, the nurse flipper, have been
Oh,
helping
yeah.
boost her analytics a lot because like when you watch her, you would not realize she is so much smaller of a YouTuber than everybody else because she like holds her owns on those lives. And I'm just like, yes, do it.
Get
Be
it?
that person because she's such a great person, just like you're a great
Yeah.
person.
Oh, thanks.
So I just, are you, are you trying to keep up with chat?
Yeah. Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom,
Oh.
I feel like that'd be interesting. Sal. Hi, Sal. It's nice to see you. No, I feel like I feel like YouTube in general is very interesting. Yeah, she did sell that Build-A-Bear for 700 monies. Did you see that?
That was crazy. Yeah.
Oh, speaking about lives and stuff, how do you feel like that live went with you and Kat when you went on Kat's channel to do the live?
Oh, yeah, when I messed up like the first 10 minutes for the
What do
whole
you mean you messed up?
I needed to put on my headphones because there was like the echoing and everything like that. She probably lost like some of her viewers because of me. I was so embarrassed.
Why?
Yeah, no, because I don't know, because my like the echoing and whatever with the headphones, like the train, like it sounds like a train going through
Don't feel bad. I tried
when the live
watching my
started.
my
Yeah.
my live back. So like I live stream all the time, but I didn't realize that when I did my like 2.5 hour interview with Matt from Thrift Alive, that it was actually set to my camera audio versus my headset audio, and it sounded terrible when I watched it back.
Mm.
And I'm just like, great. All these people are coming over from his channel. Like that video, that live has like over 1,000 views on it. I sound like hot garbage. My mic was
Oh,
hot
no.
almost the whole time because it was trying to do both at the same time and it just sounded
Mhm.
terrible. So I think those of us who watch a lot of content on the internet know that sometimes there are tech issues and you just do your best and lives are hard sometimes. And not all of us have amazing like boom mics like Tommy does and Tracy does. And we just gotta deal with what we got. Oh, your favorite YouTube is Tendo.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
Like Nintendo?
I don't think so.
No, probably not.
Tomato. What are you all on about?
Eh.
I'm like reading all of your. Apparently, there's a lot of inside jokes going on right now that I do not understand because I am not in there. So yeah, I mean, you have Mount issues too, but you also like. Do you use Restream, Tommy, to stream to Twitch and to YouTube at the same time? Also, if you guys have any questions for Jess at all about selling vintage, selling women's, where to find good RA, how to make TikToks, how to go viral on TikToks. Although I think that advice would just be like make videos, stuff will happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Carrie. How being a cat mom works out for her. Also, I have a question for you, Jess. So, like, didn't you post a picture recently with you and your partner, right? You and your
Mhm.
husband.
Yes. Our
Does he?
anniversary was yesterday.
Yeah. I have never seen your husband before that moment.
I know. I know.
He's just been Casper on your channel for the majority of the time. Does he not like the internets?
He has his Instagram that he never posts on, but yeah, he's he's like very political, and I'm not political at all. Like I will not share anything about politics on my channel or anything like that. And where he's on Facebook and like constantly posting politics stuff, and I just stay away. So in social media, we are completely like separate. Like
That's the
yeah.
same. So my partner, who you've seen on my channel, because he
Mhm.
doesn't mind being in videos, the only um, social media he has is Facebook, except for I made him download Instagram and Discord because my friends that I've had since high school, we all have a Discord together to like plan when we're getting together. And because he comes with me, I have made him join that chat, although I still have to tell him 90% of the time what we're doing because he doesn't check it. And that's totally fine. I am on all the social medias. He is on Facebook. And he was like, why do I have to get on the other social medias? It'll just be on Facebook in like a month. I don't need to. He has literally said that to me before. He was like, I don't need TikTok. It'll be on Facebook in a month. It'll be fine. have you uh have you ever seen anybody try to like repost your stuff?
Ooh,
Do you have
no.
saved video available on your videos?
For TikTok?
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's reposted, I don't think.
Have you looked before?
Haven't ever really looked. I don't
No,
really.
okay.
I mean, when they like stitch a video of mine, I know. But one time I had a girl who had like, I don't know, 500,000 followers. She did a stitch of, or is that what it is, where they show a clip of your video and then they talk?
Yeah.
She did one of mine, and I was like, oh my gosh, she has so many followers, and if she says anything mean about me, I'm gonna be like, gonna cry. But she actually stitched my video where I did the leggings, and it got like over 1 million views. And she was like, I cannot believe the comments on this video. She's like, this girl is just trying to make a living and do this and that. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. And like people started attacking her though in the comment section, saying like I
From
was,
anti-reseller TikTok?
yeah. So she got it as well, but she held her own.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna come back to TikTok and making daily videos, and I'm gonna start saying like, because my mentality for reselling is because I know. Okay, so in my area, I've talked about it before. In my area, glass and ceramics, if it doesn't sell in a month, it gets smashed and trashed. Every Sunday, you can hear them smashing stuff in Goodwill.
Oh, sad.
And it's not just Goodwill, it's also at the Restore too. Like the majority of the thrift stores in my area, if it is glass and ceramic, and if it doesn't sell within 4 weeks, it gets smashed. So for me, my mentality, because I love glass and ceramic so much, is I'm trying to find it a new home. So like that's what I've been saying, is because that's my mentality. It's the same thing with clothes. Like this is something from the 90s that I would have worn as a teenager that I found in a thrift store somewhere, and it's green. So I'm like, cool, I could sell this, but I know as soon as I list this stupid thing because I love it, it's going to sell within a week, because that's happened every time. I'm like, I love this thing, but I try to have a rotating closet. And I know if it's something that I really love and I'm going to wear it all the time, if I list it, I will never see it again, because that's happened every single time. And I'm going to start using those words, one, in hopes that I get to go viral too, but two, because the number of videos I'm going to make just being very honest with these people. Like, I just don't think they understand how much waste fast fashion has made. Like, I don't understand how you and Alicia get so much hate on TikTok. Because, like I said, it's just classism, and it's just people not understanding like the volume of donations. And I've seen people stitch your videos. I've seen people stitch Alicia's videos or like other reseller videos. Like, why are you bothering them? Do you not understand the point of Goodwill?
Yeah.
Like us spending our money at the thrift store is the mission of the charity shop.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they take the money that you buy, that you spend at that charity shop, and they use that toward their mission, be it, Goodwill, which is, finding people jobs, or, CHKD, which is to help offset the costs for people who have kids that are in the hospital. Like, that's what that's for. The fact that it's low price just means the volume moves. Like, the low price isn't for poor people. The low price is for moving the volume, because they get so much of it because it's free donations.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a lot of like anxiety movements. I'm wondering, do you
No,
need to get up?
like I've been in the same position for like the last hour, so I was just kind of moving. I have a weird thing where I have to like shake my legs, like
That's not weird. That's normally,
restless
that's
leg
either,
syndrome. Yeah. So all throughout the day I will just be like this, and people will be like, "Are you cold?
no, I
You're
don't think you're
shivering."
cold. It's either an anxiety trigger, or if it's something like, for me, like you'll see me bring my legs up like this, it's because of the blood pressure and pulse rate. Like, I need to re-regulate it and bring everything close back into my body. So like, I'm just making sure you're okay. So if you need to like go get a water or go to the bathroom, because I also do the leg jiggle when I have to pee. So I'm
Oh,
just making
no, I
sure.
had to switch my legs positions, so
Okay, that's no worry.
I'm good.
I don't know for. I just view it as ignorance. It's okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna start doing it, and then I'm gonna start taking that anti-reseller TikTok and like just destroying them with facts and giving zero Fs.
Well, that's not the only thing I get. I get like, did you brush your hair today? That was a fun one. I was like, That made me kind of sad. I was like, actually, I didn't. So I like hardly ever brush my hair before I do a TikTok because I don't
I
care.
adore you. I don't ever brush my hair. I brush my hair once a week.
Yeah.
So I
Wow.
just what?
That's awesome. I have to like wash my hair every day or else it looks like it's like super greasy.
No, I wash my hair every day, and
Oh, okay.
people like look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, I've tried to do like the no shampoo for a week, and I can dread my hair. Or I should technically say I can matlock my hair because that would be ethnically correct because it's Norwegian and Japanese. So like I have Asian. It's a weird mixture of like Asian and Scandinavian hair because it's a Scandinavian color, but it's like Asian texture. And yeah, it turns greasy, and I can make little knots with it.
Hmm.
So I just brush it once a week and wash it every day, and it does this, and it's fine.
Hmm. So you can wash it while it's in like a braid? I don't know these things.
I mean, you can't like so if I do the when you see me do the milkmaid braids,
Yeah, I love those.
thanks. I'm just glad I figure out how to do them because my hair is so dang long. Um, if I do that, I can take them out. So what it is it's one ribbon. It's like a 9 foot long
Mhm.
um, ribbon,
Didn't you
and
do
it's
a tutorial type thing on TikTok about how to do
no,
it?
that was
Oh.
me trying to follow the person's tutorial.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't figure out how to do it, and it was because I was using the wrong type of ribbon, and then I wasn't braiding it enough. I like so Morgan. Okay, I know I talked about it before. Like I'm really on historical costuming. So like I have a whole other YouTube that I just have all my historical costuming stuff on. I don't not videos that I've made, but like all the people that
Oh.
I follow.
Hmm.
And because I don't have time to sew, I would totally just make all kinds of stuff if I had time to sew. You're a rump shaker.
I saw that.
I was just,
Hilarious.
but I was like reading a second comment. I was like, do you when like the WAP video came out, did you do that? Because I feel like that would be right up that rump shaker alley.
No,
Like you got to do like the
no,
actual WAP dance though.
no. Yeah, I
I,
don't.
I would like rip my legs off trying to do that.
Yeah.
But like I was following that. What I can do is I'll take them down and then wash this part and rinse it off, and then the braids just get mildly wet, and that's fine. And then I don't
Hmm.
have to wash it again.
Hmm.
But like I'll wash this part because this is
Yeah,
the part that gets greasy. This
right.
part doesn't. So that's about all I
Yeah.
do for that.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to try that.
I mean, you might your hair's not quite long enough.
It's probably too thin too. I don't know. I
It's
don't
too
know. I
thin.
think my hair's pretty long. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh yeah, you know yours is booby length, but you have like layers in there,
Baby
it looks
length.
like.
Hmm. I do have layers. Oh, I can't tell which way to turn. Whatever. It's fine.
Have you thought about doing the Farrah Fawcett hair trend on TikTok?
No. What is that? I
You
need to
haven't
look it
seen
up.
it?
Mm-mm.
No, like you
Is it
haven't seen
recent?
like okay, so I've talked about the video that's gonna come out tomorrow,
Oh,
but
good.
if you're not on TikTok, 70s are really in right now. So it's okay. So it's 70s and 90s because in the 90s, if you were alive in the 90s, you knew that the 70s were also popular in the 90s. So it's like a mixture between 70s and then 90s reimagining of the 70s, but then also actually 70s. So like the 70s hair is coming back in fashion, but like bucket hats and Chanel hats are really big right now. Flared flared everything is coming back in. I'm just hoping that low rise stuff doesn't come back, but I'm also seeing some TikToks about that too, and it's making me uncomfortable because I just don't want to see whale tails anymore. That just doesn't need to be a thing that exists anymore
Uh-huh.
in life. Do you know, like, do you realize that we have Alexander McQueen to thank for whale tails?
No?
Yep.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. So I just don't want to see that again. And then so anything 70s is really back in. Flared stuff is back in. Uh what are the trending things? So it's cottagecore
Mhm.
is in, dark academia is in. So if you have any like goth type clothing, but it could be like kind of like wispy, that's dark academia. Or like dark colored clothing that's preppy, dark academia. And then like Renaissance core or Regency core is also in as well, where it's like just stuff that looks like it would be in a Renaissance fair. Tramp stamps are coming back fast.
What?
I don't think so, my guy. So like when I was a teenager, belly button rings were big.
Yeah.
And now like instead of it being in your belly button, it's just the ring in your nose, like this is this septum? Is this your septum?
Maybe. It's like the bull ring.
Yeah. Like this piercing is the most popular piercing I'm
Sounds
seeing.
painful.
Tattoos. I'm trying to think of like what tattoo trends I've seen recently.
Cats for sure.
I think it's just like ironic tattoos, like tattoos that don't mean anything. Like I remember in the 2010s when like the mustache finger thing was a big deal.
Mm.
Like I think probably 50% of roller derby girls had this tattoo. It was like a mustache tattooed right here.
You didn't fall in that 50%.
No, because I thought about it, but my thing was I wanted to have like smile tattooed here, but like on my middle finger, so that way I could do
Oh,
this when like a dude
nice.
asks you to smile. That was as
Okay.
close as I got to that, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Ah. Did
Oh,
you get that a
Goblin,
lot?
huh?
Did you get that a lot? Like, why don't you smile?
Yes.
I did too. That's so
All women
funny.
do. All women get
Oh,
that.
I thought it was just me.
No, all
I was
women
like,
get
do
that.
I look like I'm like ticked off all the time? Like,
No, it's because you don't look pleasant enough for their visage.
hi.
No, so it's just
Okay.
normally I would give them the so this is like so my dad's face is like this is the face they would get if they asked me to smile. It's like no. So yeah, no, it's not just you. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that any women here in chat have been asked or told by a random
Stranger.
male to tell them to smile.
Yeah.
No, that's just a
Mm.
normal lady thing.
Okay.
But like, yeah, trends. I'm just. So I saw Alicia make a TikTok about chuggy. Have you seen that trend on TikTok?
I have. Yeah.
You're
I
like
just
deep sigh. That's like the deepest of sigh.
uh, I just see it everywhere now. So I'm like, nah. I know it's like a Gen Z thing, so I was like, I don't really want to jump into that.
Well, I just
Bad
think it's
enough
interesting that that
people tell
generation
me
is
to
like,
part my hair in the middle.
oh, I don't care about that. Like I just part where it is. I have the thing is like they're like do a middle part. Cool. Do you have a widow's peak? No. Try
No,
doing a middle part with a widow's peak.
that's what I
It
say.
doesn't happen. It just flops one way or the other.
I get that comment a lot. They're like, "You should try a middle part," and I'm like, my calyx says no because I did try it and it said no. So
But so that's okay. Like the thing is that I love that Gen Z is giving them like making their own name of stuff that already exists and like approaching it with this childlike wonder, which is beautiful. It's like flared leggings. You mean yoga pants? Or this is chuggy. You mean it is basic? It's already there's already a word for it, but you know what? You make it your own. You do your own thing. It's totally cool. Welcome back. Welcome back, Victoria. Jen, do you really ask me to give you $20? I love that. That's why I love masks. I'm like, I'm still wearing masks even though I technically don't have to because I'm fully vaccinated in my state. But I'm like, no, I don't want people to see half my face.
have you seen those TikToks where people are like, "When you take masks off, then this is like you in the store."
No, because I
You know,
didn't do that.
Okay. I just thought it was
I've
funny.
seen those TikToks, but I've not had that problem.
Sorry, you didn't.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. I love to see
Enjoy.
those faces.
Enjoy.
No, it's amazing. You came to Pizza with vinyls? What does that mean? Like records?
Maybe. I don't know.
Aren't records made out of wax though? Like some kind of like hard wax? I think that's why they wear out after time, right? I feel like Victoria would be able to answer that question.
Mhm.
So, okay, I feel like I've like just talked way too much. Do you have any questions for me, or do you have anything that you want to talk about in the chat? Or do you guys have any questions for Jess? Because we're like an hour and a half now, and I feel
My daughter's upstairs banging around.
you can't hear her, so that's a good
I
headset.
know. Yep. We're good.
Vinyls.
Oh.
That's like I feel like that's just people adding an S because they're talking about more than one thing. And no, I would never do that. Although I was waiting for that question from you, Tommy. Do you know what OnlyFans is? I feel like you're on TikTok. You definitely know what OnlyFans is.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't have
Okay.
one, but you know.
Alicia, do you ever get tired of those comments on your videos on TikTok?
Mm.
But I think that's just because she's cute. No, I would never. Like, I've had trolls come in on my Twitch lives and ask, like, do you have an OnlyFans? And I say no. I will never have one. It's not that I think any less of people who get that bag or like there's anything wrong with it. I know people that like have OnlyFans and literally just post pictures of fans because they're being ironic and they're just taking the piss. But for me, I just have no desire for that. That requires way too much work. Like I barely post on Instagram. You think I'm gonna like hire a whole photographer, wear next to nothing, and take sets? No. That's like why I won't do a Patreon. It's too much work.
Yeah. You said you wouldn't hire a photographer, but when I first moved in here, I had a whole photography like studio set up in my basement because I kind of like dabbled in photography, like pet photography. I thought it was pretty good, but it didn't work out. And my neighbor came over and he was like, "Hey, you do photography?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, so me and my wife, we own this like stripper joint, and we were wondering if you would take pictures of our ladies, who do dances for people." And I was like,
Please
no."
say you said yes.
I said no.
Aw, they probably wanted
My
you because you
husband,
were.
no, my husband in the background was like, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." I was like, I'm not that good. Sorry. Gonna have to decline.
Well, they probably asked you because of the fact that you were a woman, and their dancers probably would have felt more comfortable having a female photographer.
Maybe. And it looked like I was professional, but I really was not.
No, I mean I've
Fun fact.
I had one of my friends, her wife was a photographer, and I let her take roller derby photos of me on a beach in like a bikini and shredded up tights and stuff. I've never seen those pictures.
Oh.
So it's just like I did go do stuff, and she was supposed to give me those photos, and that didn't happen. So they also separated shortly after that, so I think that had something to do with it. So yeah.
Oh.
Just like, I mean, I've had photographers take pictures of me. I have like a modeling book, but that was a really long time ago when I didn't have hair. So,
Huh. I did not know that.
yeah. I love have you ever thought about shaving your head?
No.
Why are you making a face?
Should I? Like, is that
No,
a thing?
I
I know.
just
Ann Eckert. Do you watch her?
Mm-mm.
She has a pretty big following on YouTube. She does a lot of vintage. I think she only sells on eBay though. She just shaved her head, and I was like, that's awesome.
Same, Victoria. I feel like it's different though, Victoria, because you and I were like really big into the punk scene, so it was like not a thing. But I've noticed like a lot of trend over the last year and a half of people during quarantine just being like, well, I no longer have to deal with the male gaze. Let me shave all my hair off. Like, yes, we want some more 2009 Britney moments in this
Yeah.
place. I feel like if you are a woman, shaving your head off is probably one of the most liberating feelings, just because at that point you are really just you, and the way people interact with you is completely different.
I like it. I like those people who shave their heads because like somebody they know, has cancer or something and they're
Yeah.
having to shave their heads and like they're crying the whole time and then all of a sudden they start shaving their own head. And I'm like, "Oh my God." Ah, crying.
Yeah. I normally get those videos when I first open the app first thing in the morning. I'm like, oh, well, that's how I'm starting my day today. Cool. We're just going to start off by crying, or it's some cute, like, dog
Here
or
comes
cat
the
video.
tears.
Yeah. If I wasn't, like, doing something specific with my hair, like, first of all, I'm, like, trying to get to a certain point with my hair, and then it needs to get to a certain length so you can donate it.
Hmm.
Because, like, as
But
much
you,
as I loved having super short hair, I don't think my partner would like that very much. I don't think he'd mind because it's my head, but I still want to be able to put it up and I don't want to go full shaved. So I got to wait for it to grow another foot so I can have some nice hair to donate to some person who doesn't have it. But
they won't take hair donations if you have dyed hair, right?
correct, which is
Yeah.
also why you haven't seen me with fun colors. I used to dye my hair a different color every month
Oh
for a
yeah.
very long time. Yeah.
Oh, I
Do
haven't
you
seen
dye
that.
your hair blonde?
I do.
But your
Yeah,
eyebrows are blonde.
yeah, like I used to be blonde and now it's just like really dark. Like if you can see the roots, I don't want to show you up close, but yeah, yeah. So I don't know what's going on, like old age, I guess. So
Why don't you want to let it be darker?
I did. I had it darker and like I don't know. I think with like my blue eyes, I like blonde better. And like I like to wear like really bright colors and I think it goes better with blonde hair. I don't know, it's just me. But
That's totally valid.
yeah.
Have you thought
Like
about going red at all?
yeah. I went pink.
I know I saw
Remember
the
that?
pink. I thought you looked
Pink,
super cute.
pinkish purple. And then like I did that and then I got like a lot of stares in like, normal places like Menards. Not normal places, like at like Home Depot. All these
I'm
old
s-
men were like staring at me and one just said, "Did you dye your hair pink?" I was like, "Duh, dude. Yeah, I did." Like,
no, it naturally came in like that.
I
Like
don't know what you were
my great
thinking.
grandfather was cotton candy, just so you know. Like I would have just made up some random stuff for that. I hate that so much with my whole heart. Yeah, if you have colored hair, you do have to be okay with stairs at some
Mhm.
point.
Yeah. Post office was fun. All the stairs.
But I didn't have that problem though. But I think this is also because I'm tall. I've noticed that you're able to do a lot of things when you're tall, and people just will just give you space instead of stare at you and invade your space. It's a little bit different.
Oh.
You're like what, like 6?
5'5".
Yeah,
Are you 5'8", 9, 5'10"?
5'9". Yeah, I'm the same height as Jocelyn from Crazy Lamp Lady.
Huh? There you go.
One day I'll meet her. She'll have no idea who I am. It'll be
Yeah.
great.
I think she's like one of my first YouTube videos that I've watched or first
Really?
person yeah, way back in the day. I mean, she's been around forever, right?
Yeah.
She was like one of the first. Her and
Yeah,
Riley
she's
were,
been a while. She was her and her Relic Recoverist channel, the metal detecting. I'm like doing this because doing this is going to help me remember what the word is. The
yeah.
metal detecting channel was like her primary channel for like the first 2 years she was on here, and then she made Crazy Lamp Lady. So yeah, she's been on here for a while. You color mine gray. I mean, I'd be perfectly happy to have all gray or all white hair. It would make coloring it so much easier, like all the fun colors. The reason why I colored my hair a different color every month is because my Asian hair doesn't hold color. It sucks.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah. Unless I get it so it's a specific for Asian hair. Like if I get a Baijin hair color, it lasts forever. But my hair does not hold color if it's made for like white hair. Even though I know I look white. I'm not white. So, all right. I feel like I've kept you for a while.
Oh,
So
what time is it? I don't even. Oh,
yeah,
oh, oh
it's
my
been a
gosh!
while.
It's like, oh, we still have 20 minutes. No.
I mean, we do still have time. If you want to go full 2 hours, you do still have 20 minutes, but it's been an hour and 40 minutes.
I thought I was at an hour or at 40 minutes. And I was like, oh,
No.
she wanted to go an hour. No, went
Yeah.
over.
Well, it was Craigslist Hunter, Tommy, and then also she had a couple of videos on Facebook that were taken up by like the big channels that just repost your content on Facebook. Those also went very viral as well. Make it So if y'all have any questions for Jess, please ask them in the chat. If you do not know who GorJes is, her channel is linked in the description down below. Please go check it out. She is a wonderful content creator. Check her out on TikTok as well. She is also, GorJes. I'm wrong finger. GorJes. You can find her everywhere as GorJes,
GorJes
right?
Boutique, I think.
Or
On
GorJes
top.
Boutique. If you put GorJes in, her name will pop up.
Should.
That is the important thing. Whereas if you put Bob Buys in, my name will not pop up everywhere. But that's cool. So if nobody has any questions, thank you for joining me today, Jess. Thank
I
you guys.
appreciate it. I love talking with you like one on one. Like we've never done this before. So it's so
No,
cool. I miss my like lady friends, and being able to do this like with you was like so much fun.
I mean, because it's in her name, Victoria. Like, that's why her name is this way. I mean, I'd be down for like a once a week or once every 2 weeks, like you, me, and Alicia and Victoria all just talking
Chit chat.
like once every 2 weeks live about stuff. I feel like that would get very apropos, very quick.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
You guys have an amazing night. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you either on her channel or mine. Bye, friends.
Bye.